Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It is Princess Glitterhead, and today I just wanted to show you guys how I do my makeup on a regular day, or like my go-to kind of favorite makeup look. And it's basically just kind of wings, but I like to highlight around my eyes, make them look a little bit bigger, and I show you the whole face from eyebrows to my skin, my eyes, my lips, everything. So I figured we'll try to do that today. I was actually going to get ready to film how I put my hair extensions in video, but it is getting late, so I'm not really sure if we're doing that today or not. So I guess you'll find out. But either way, that video will be coming up really soon. Anyways, if you want to see how to get this look with these wings and this beautiful white highlight inner corner type of thing and these kind of bold but nude lips, just keep watching. Hi guys, we're going to start with brows. This is the NYX Micro Brow in the shade Brunette. I like to make a straight line across the bottom of both sides. I do one at a time. This helps me keep them the same on both sides and symmetrical. So I start at the inside and I go upwards. And this also helps give me an arched effect to my brows that I don't have naturally. And then I like to go to the tails, and I do this the same, one at a time, going from one side to the other so I can try to make them symmetrical. Now I start connecting the inside to the outside arch, and I start this line further in than the line on the bottom because it will help with the shape and the fading later. And then I start to fill in the tails. The tail and the outside of the brows are always darker, and I will use different pressure and brush strokes as I get towards the front to make it lighter and look like a faded effect. Now I begin using a lighter hand, but I do keep it a little darker at the bottom, and then I swipe up with very light pressure, and I try to mimic the hairs by using little upward brush strokes. And then I brush them out to give them that faded effect. And as you can see, eyebrows are sisters, not twins, but if they don't look exactly the same right now, that's okay, because we're about to clean them up with our concealer. Using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20 and a Jaclyn Hill eyebrow brush, I am going to clean around my eyebrows. I start at the bottom. This will just help that line look like it is extremely straight. It will also help cover up any regrowth that I have in my eyebrow hair so that it won't be brown and it will all be one color. Repeating this on the top of the eyebrow. This also helps to clean up the edges if you went out of the lines, or if you want more of a rounded arch rather than a cornered arch. I try to make it look softer, and then I go in the front and angle this up just to give it a nice clean line in the center, and also because I have redness between my eyebrows and it's easier to get to with a little brush. Then we comb them out again. Using the same MAC Pro Longwear in NW20, and this is with a Believe Beauty blender from Dollar General, I am just going to prime my eyelids with that concealer. This also helps your eyes look awake all on its own because it is a skin tone color. And then we set with Air Spun in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. This just really brightens up your eyelids and gets rid of any redness or darkness or lines that you might have on your eyes and gets it ready for eyeshadow to go on smoothly and evenly. I take the same setting powder and run it through the front of my brows to set them and soften the center, just for that faded effect. Dipping into the Lorac Mega 2 palette, the shade Porcelain with a Jeffree Star brush, I'm going to highlight under my eyebrows and in my inner corners. This just attracts the light there, so in pictures it bounces off of it. It helps my eyes look a lot bigger, and it's a very basic thing you can do with eyeshadow to help your eyes look bigger and more awake and really pretty. It's not very drastic, and it is really subtle, but it makes a big difference, especially in pictures. You'll see. Sweeping the same shade up like this gives the illusion of a bigger eye. Now I'm using the NYX Love, Lust, and Disco Epic Ink Liner, which is my favorite, and I'm going to do a wing. I like to start on the edge, draw the line up, and then straight back in and straight down without lifting the pen off my skin. If it skips over the little wrinkles, it's okay. You just keep going back over the same place. Try not to lift it up. I love this pen because it never really doesn't skip until it's starting to dry out, and it's not too wet, it's not too runny. It stays on where you put it, and it is waterproof. So now I go back to the tail, and I keep bringing it straight in before I bring it down, if you can see that. Starting at the outside, and then going along the lash line and connecting the front to the outside. This really just takes practice. It even helps if you film yourself doing it, because then you can see exactly what it looks like and where you may need more product. It's also important to remember that everyone's eyes are different. So with one wing style, it may look okay on one person. It may not be the right style for you. So it does take some experimenting to see where you want your tail, how far up you want it, what angle you want it, and how thick you want your wings. Sometimes I make mine quite thick, usually on the outer side. But the way I do these wings is also good for hooded eyes. Using Maybelline's Tattoo Studio Gel Black Waterproof Liner, I'm going to do my tight line. This is a very smooth liner. It doesn't scratch, it's super soft and works amazingly. Tight lining helps fill in any gaps between your lashes and the liner. It makes your lashes look thicker. Salon Perfect Extension Seeker D-Curl Lashes. Holding them on my tweezer, the glue is already on them. It's the Kiss Lash Glue. Press it straight down into the middle first, and then I try to tuck each of the corners down. You want to hold it on long a couple seconds just so it sticks, and then tap all along the lash band to make sure it is all the way secure. Ooh, look how pretty! My absolute favorite primer of life, NYX Angel Veil, and I just dot this all over my face and then rub it in. It feels like a lotion that is not greasy, and it really makes your face very smooth, gets rid of the pores or wrinkles, and ready for foundation, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in the shade Soft Beige. Dot this all over my face as well. I'm sure you could do it a different way, but this is what I prefer, and this is exactly how much I need for my first layer of foundation. I'm going to use the Real Techniques Beauty Blender to start blending that in. I am mostly just tapping this all over. I'm not really swiping or rubbing. But I do rub and blend it down my neck, just not on my face. The reason for that is because I want more coverage on my face, and I just want it to blend on my neck. So I rub it down my neck to blend it, tap it on my face for extra coverage. You can see here that it would be hard to get exactly right between your eyebrows or up to them, so it really helps that we cleaned around them with the concealer already, so I don't have to get right up next to them with this big sponge and my foundation that is a darker shade than that concealer. And round two with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, I am just going to put this over the areas where I can see things poking through because I want a full coverage look. So I don't have to go over my entire face, only the areas that still have a little redness. Now my favorite concealer of life, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Light. I just make this triangle shape and I go straight down my nose, which helps slim my nose and begins my contour. And this is highlighting my face, but also helping bring certain things to light. And it does help in a contouring sense. My eyes will look like I don't have, sleep deprivation from having 4 kids, and just helps me look awake and alive and beautiful, helps the light reflect off your face beautifully, and it helps slim my nose. Using Airspun Translucent Extra Coverage to bake or set under my eyes. I don't really fully bake with a ton of this product, but doesn't matter how much you put, it really never looks cakey. And I even forget to wipe it off half the time, and you can never tell. It looks great, and it does not flash back. In photography, put that down my nose and everywhere that concealer was. Using MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium Plus, and I tap this all over my face with a large powder brush first, avoiding right under my eyes or the center of my nose because I want that to remain highlighted. So after I pat this everywhere, then I go around everything and with another layer blend it all in, and this makes your skin look extremely flawless and beautiful. It has a matte satin finish that I love. Using the LA Colors Shape It Up Shape and Contour Kit. This is new to me, couldn't open it, but it has all matte options, a darker bronzer for a contour, which is what I'm using on a sort of bronzer brush to contour my cheekbones and all around my face and my nose. Then I will go back over that with a fluffier brush, and I will use the warmer tone just to blend it and add more of a bronze effect. Now I do a very basic nose contour with the same brush. It's just an angled brush, and I go straight down and then angled in at the nostrils. And this gives me a nice look on my nose that I seem to like. Using a fluffier brush and the lighter brown shade, and I'm gonna blend and just add some bronzer. Another new to me product, this is by Milani Tea Rose Blush, and it's a very pretty matte satin type peachy blush. This is, again, the same LA Shape and Contour palette, and I'm using the matte white just to give some matte highlights in the center of my face and on my cheekbones. Using a new to me highlight, this is the LA Colors Strobing Powder, and I'm using this instead of my favorite Soft and Gentle by MAC, but this is a very beautiful, more golden highlight, and it really does look very beautiful. Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Liner again, and this time is just for my waterline, nothing fancy. I'm just going along the bottom. This just kind of completes the eye look and helps my lower lashes look a little thicker. Now I'm using the X Fiber L'Oreal Mascara, side number 1 on my lower lashes. Holy grail product here, Pampers Sensitive Wipes. This is just to wipe my lips and get them ready for my liner. NYX Waterproof in Beige Sable, and I'm just going to start on the bottom, outline my lower lip, and there she is. And then we're gonna start on the top, and I do slightly overline mine by going over my natural lip line. And I've kind of gotten used to the shape that I like to make. This does take practice, trial and error, and testing and trying different products until you find one that actually looks believable when you're trying to overline. I recommend using a matte. I personally love this shade because I can both overline my lips and fill them in with the same liner. And to finish the eyes with the Lorac Mega 2 palette, the shade Porcelain, and this Jeffree Star brush, I am going to re-highlight between my eyes. As you can see, this is a really pretty look, and it does help my eyes look bigger, and it just finishes it off and completes the look with the inner corner highlights. I love a matte white in the inner corner. I think it's a classic look, and it really ties it all together and just gives it life. Setting everything with the Urban Decay All-Nighter in the limited edition Summer Solstice, and this is the completed look. Basically a classic look with wings and flirty lashes, a nude but sort of bold lip, but it's casual and everyday wearable. Alright guys, thank you for watching. This was just kind of an everyday look for me, basically like what I would do to film, or if I just need a look that is like a go-to, this is something I would do. Say hi to Elsie. This is my little baby Chihuahua. She is missing one of her eyes. She was in a very freak motorcycle accident. It was really weird because we live in the country and we don't usually have like motorcycles flying down, but there was a bike rally one day and she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. and the foot pedal kind of just got her eye. But it's like she doesn't even know the difference. She's just as sweet as ever. She's my therapy dog, actually, and she sits here right there on the bed, and she'll sit here and watch me do my makeup. She'll watch me do whatever I'm doing. It doesn't matter. She's like my little best friend. She just insisted on being in today's video. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I am getting ready to actually film how I put my hair extensions in, because my hair, well, the extensions are not in this time. They were in the last couple videos that you saw of me. So I wanted to show everyone how I've been fixing my hair, because I'm kind of growing out a chemical haircut, honestly, which is like another whole story time. Oh, baby. But I figured I could share with you guys how we do the extensions and how I actually get them to blend, or I try to get them to blend, and show you how I create the illusion of longer, healthier hair. Right, baby? But anyways, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And other than that, please leave me any ideas or makeup videos, things that you'd like to see me do. And I'll be down there in the comments chatting with you guys. That's about it, though. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night. Please don't forget to subscribe. It helps me so much. Thank you. We love you. Say bye, Elsie. All right, guys. I love you. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more.